guys, so what we're doing today, we're looking at the closed guard position, and we're actually looking at a specific closed guard position. It's called the side scissor position. So this is going to differ than facing each other head on in the closed guard. We're actually going to be alongside of them, more so closer to their back. I would recommend that we focus on this area of the closed guard as our first priority, okay? Now there's plenty of things that we can learn in the closed guard, but honestly, this is the most dominant position in the closed guard, and also we're gonna show tons of options from here. There's so many techniques that we can use in here and be successful. Here's the thing, we don't have to know all of them at once. As long as we have at least maybe 2 techniques from the situations that we give, you will be successful with this position, okay? So the first thing that we want to look at is breaking someone's grip when they have us in the closed guard, okay? So if we face each other here, this is the closed guard. I have my legs around his waist, my feet are locked together, closed. Anytime the feet are here, well, I take that back. This is still technically a closed guard. Open guard is more so when we have the feet in front in various positions. Okay, so closed guard is when we're locked around or squeezing in with our feet behind their back here. All right, anytime the feet come in front, it's more of an open guard. Now, one thing we have to look at here is that we need to notice that our hips are on top of their hips. Okay, so this position, I don't like to use this as a reference too much, but people like to say that it's a reverse mount position. Okay, so think of it that way in a sense. So normally in the closed guard, they're looking to break the guard in some way. Because if they stay in here, they can no longer advance and get to our side or on the mount. So they have to break this guard open in order to pass around and have successful attacks. There really aren't many successful or efficient submissions that he can do on me. Yes, there are things that he could do if I were naive and I wasn't fighting back at all. Of course he could submit me. But honestly, they have to get around our legs in order to be successful and control us, okay? So we're in the closed guard position. One standard grip that they can get on us is right down on both lapels. So go ahead, get a grip on both of them just like this, very good. So what this does, it allows them to push into my chest, so when I try sitting up, it keeps me down. Okay, and this is a problem because we typically need to get up and away in order to attack. So the first grip break that we want to look at is the lapels, okay, right down the middle, and he has a straight arm on me. I'm going to get a cross grip inside the cuff. I'm going to come underneath and figure 4 on my wrist, just like this. So I'm coming across and figure 4ing. Now, what I want to look at here is I want to do 2 things. I want to bring this grip up, and I want to get it all the way over there. So I keep my cross grip, I figure 4. I'm going to rise up my hips a little bit, and I'm going to drop them to the ground as I raise his hand up in front of me. Now, I want to pull it, and now push towards the side. Okay? So again, he has the grip on me. I cross grip, figure 4, I raise up my hips, I shoot my hands up. I want to pull it to me first and then push it to the side. So once we do that, we are here just like this. Now, there's something special that we use to help us break their posture down, and that's our legs, okay? So it's called a knee pull. I pull my knees towards me. That helps bring their torso and their head towards me, and that's where I want it. Because if he's up there, all right, there's not a whole bunch I can do to submit him. I can't reach his collars, okay? I can't control his arm in an efficient way at all. So I have to make sure I bring him to me. So again, first grip break, when they have this this lapel grip right in the center of us. I figure 4, I lift it up, and now I pull my knees towards me as I go. Now, as soon as he comes down, I reach behind his back. I want to reach right towards the armpit there. That's where I want to go, okay? Now, once we are here, after we have broken the grip, we want to adjust our position. So we're head on right now. I want to be alongside of him. So I'm going to open my legs, and I'm going to slide my knee down towards the mat. Now, I cross once again, and I'm more on the side of him now. This is where I want to be. I want to be on the side, not head on with them laying on our chest, okay? So that is the side scissor position. Now, let's look at another grip break here. So, typically, we have this. This is usually a part of it. But now, sometimes they'll grab by our pants here as well, okay? And they can start getting their elbow inside and pushing that leg down. This gives them good control over my upper body and my lower body. This is what he wants to do, okay? So, here's the thing. We're not going to look to break both of these grips, because if I go to try to break both, all right, let's say I peel this off, all right, and I go to switch to this hand somehow, I let go of this, and then it comes back right in the middle of me, and now I have to go back to where I started. So we're actually going to attack the pants side right here. So here's the thing. I'm going to do the same thing with the cross grips. However, I'm going to go underneath his arm and reach to the cuff. Okay, nice tight grip. Now, we're going to take an open palm, and we want to go right on the knuckle line right here. And my goal is to push this hand across and pull at the same time, so we bring it across our waist. Now, we are on the other side for the side scissor. I follow the same steps. I bring my knee down, and I get myself off to the side. I reach over the back, and now we're holding. So this is grip breaking the pants when they have those, okay? So once again, I slide underneath, I grab the cuff, palm of my hand, the palm heel, goes right on the knuckle line. And I want to draw it across. It may take a couple shakes, okay? But it will certainly go when you put force into it, all right? I put that force across, I knee pull, I turn, and now I'm along the side. So that's breaking the pants. Now, the next one that we want to look at is when they have our cuff grip. So he has his lapel grips on me, both right down the middle, just like we did before, okay? But now this, we'll look at this in a sec. Have the one-handed one, there we go. We're going to grab my cuff. Yes, like this. So this is even better for him, because this allows him to push my hand into me, and now he can start standing up and trying to break my guard, absolutely, all right? So this is very bad when they have this grip, because now I really can't grab where I want. If I wanted to grab this, he can pull my hand away, and it's difficult. So here's the thing. We're going to follow our same routine of cross cuff gripping, okay? So I want to come right across here. Now, he's grabbing on the outside of my cuff. That's normally where the grip goes, all right? There's really not too many other places for him to grip on my arm. Now, I'm going to take my hand, and I want to circle it outside like this. So now it turns the hand, exposes the fingers, and I want to draw it across right to the side. Now I knee pull, I come across the back, rotate, turn, and I have my side scissor. Alrighty? Now, one thing to note is that, this arm might be in the way. We just got to do our best to push the hand through this little opening over here. Okay, so again, I come across, I want to come outside, and I want to wave this across, pull my hand back, come around back. Here we are, side scissor position. Those are the 3 main grips that we're going to experience when they are above us, okay? Another one, which can be troublesome, is when they have a hold of both lapels. Go ahead, grip, and now push your hands underneath my armpits. There. So this locks me down. It prevents me from sitting up okay, and moving around like this. It causes trouble sometimes, okay? Now, again, guess what? We're going to go cross lapel grip, okay, or cross cuff grip, my bad. So, I have movement here. I can still lift my arms and I can still reach across my body. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to reach across to the cross cuff. Now, I want to lift up this arm a little bit and pull so that I can get this hand off the mat a little bit. Now, I'm going to be going with this part right here, so where my thumb and my pointer meet, that little corner there. And I want to get this right near his elbow, okay? Right near the elbow area. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to strip the grip. I want to bring it up, and then I want to push it over. Okay, so I want to bring it up, and then guide it over to the side here. So I really need to come right underneath this elbow, and I need to pop it up. And I want to pull and push it over to the side. Now I'm here on the side scissor position. So when they have double lapel grips, they push underneath us. In our armpits, it's really hard for me to sit up. Also grab a hold of him. Like I'm not going to be able to pull him down from here because he's pushing into me. So I need to break one of these grips first and move myself to the side. So I come straight across, I look for that cuff. Now I come underneath the elbow, and I want to make sure that I push this up and bring it over to the side. And now we are here. Okay, side scissor position. So, looking at this, anytime we attack in the closed guard, when they have a grip on us, we need to address it. Okay, I don't recommend that we start sitting up trying to grab their collar and whatnot, because that is going to tire you out on the bottom. And when you're tired on the bottom, it's really hard to be successful and gain the advantage. So anytime we start a technique, any of these techniques that we're going to look at today, we need to break their grip first. That's the most important thing. If you learn one thing from this, it's breaking those grips. All right? Good luck. Now, we want to kind of look at what they're going to look to do in the closed guard. Okay, here's the thing. It's pretty predictable in terms of what they're going to do. All right? They're either going to stay on their knees and grip us in various methods. Okay, there's all sorts of things that can happen here, absolutely. That's what they would do on their knees. Okay? Now, usually they stay on here to break our guard, or they go to stand up. So, here's where we can keep them on their knees, okay? So, you can keep those grips on me, sir, and go ahead to step one leg up, all right? Step one leg up. So, right here, he's halfway to getting upright, okay? This is a problem. Now, what we want to look at is when they step the second leg up. All right, go ahead and step the second leg up. What happened?
Go forward.
Go forward, yeah, because I use the knee pull, okay? The knee pull is what helps keep the posture down. So anytime, here's the thing, most people, the average partner, they're going to have to step one foot up then the other, all right? Rarely do you see both shoot up at the same time. It does happen, but I wouldn't worry about it for now. So don't worry after they get one leg up, okay? It's the second leg that you're looking for. As soon as they go to lift that up, we pull our knees to us, and this brings the posture down. This can allow me to keep him close, and that's where I want him to be. So here's the thing. They're either going to be on their knees or they're going to be standing up, okay? It's up to you to determine, what you want to let happen, all right? Later on, we'll look at what we do when they successfully stand. There are several sweeps and things that we can do from there. Okay, so if you have this in your mind, they're either going to be on their knees or standing up, you're ahead of the game. You also have to know that they will probably be gripping you. So you're going to have to learn how to break those grips first, then start initiating our attacks. The closed guard position is, it's vast, it's wide, just like any other position, but there are some limits for what they can do when they're in our closed guard. So as long as we know those things, okay, we'll be well prepared and we'll be able to sweep them over or submit them. That's what we normally look to do. All right, so keep those things in mind. Okay, now we want to look at attacking in the side scissor position, and this time our goal is to get our head above their head so that we can attack and maneuver ourselves towards their back. That's the main goal here, all right, to expose their back and initiate our techniques or attacks, whatever that is open to us. So we always start off by breaking their grip on us. So I come cross cuff, underneath, bring it to the side, around. Now, once I'm in this side scissor position, all right, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking to get up on my elbow, and I'm also looking to reach far beyond his side so that I can actually get a hold of his lapel under there. So right now, you know, I can't reach it from here. I can't reach the lapel. So I'm going to have to keep a strong grip with my hand right on his lap. Now, from here, I'm going to let go of that arm that came across because now it's pinned between us and we have it under control. So I'm going to bring my arm up and my elbow behind me. Now, this is going to allow me to rise up here. This is where I want to be. Notice my head is higher than his. When you try to lift your head and your neck, I can hold you down, okay? Also, I can post up on my hand to still stay above. And that's what we want. So, from here, we're looking to do this. Again, I can't reach his lapel, okay, because my arm is short. So, I'm going to be looking to get up on my hand. And now, once I'm here, I want to take my top leg and make it really heavy. So I'm going to push down on his lower back. That's going to allow me to be weightless on this bottom leg, and that's going to allow me to turn. Now, once I get around far enough, I'm looking to get a hold of his lapel underneath this arm. Okay, can you move your arm this way a little bit? Thank you, sir. Just right here. I want to get this lapel grip just like this. This is going to give me a lot of leverage, and I'm going to be able to control him a lot better. Now, once we're here, if they remain stagnant and they don't move, I just shimmy myself up, and now I look to insert my hooks, and now we have their back. I won't say this happens all the time, because usually they have like an arm and an elbow together. Usually when someone is turtled, they know that if you get on their back and you get your legs around them, well, they're going to get their back taken, okay? But it is an option, because sometimes if you get there quick enough, all right, and they realize, hey, what just happened, you have the time to get your hooks in. So I'm looking for this cross grip, look to break it, come across. Now I maneuver myself to the side. Don't get up until you're locked on the side. Now I pull my arm back, and now I'm up on my elbow. My head is higher than his. I have a strong top leg. I press it down, and that allows me to rotate around. I reach for the collar. Now I can continue rotating around and look to gain my hooks. That is taking the back from the side scissor. Now, the next thing we want to look at is a sweep. Okay, so we're going to maneuver ourselves and get around to the back. That's our main goal, get the back. But if they put stuff in our way or they make it troublesome, we want to sweep them from there. So, we want to follow the same process. Alright, we want to get to the side scissor position, coming around, keep good control, get up. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to keep this leg hooked just like this. So my foot is pulling back around the side of his leg here, all right? We want to keep that hook in. It's very important for this next technique. Now, there's a couple reactions that will happen here, all right? We'll look at the first one is when you're on your elbows, okay? So when he's really turtled up, all right, and he doesn't want me to get in there. So, I'm going to be looking to take my hand that was on his lapel and place it right on his wrist. And my goal is to pin it to the mat so it doesn't come up. Now, I'm going to start turning, and I bring my head to the outside. And what I'm going to be doing is lifting up my knee, all right, and kind of using his leg area as a lever. Now, once I do that, I want to step over his shoulder, allows me to turn, and I end right on the side in a modified drop position. Okay, let's turn and face the other way, so we can see that there. So here, just like this, break my grips, come around to the side, lock it first, come upright, and now I'm right above. I have my foot hooked around the other side. So I want to pin his wrist with my free hand that's not on the mat. I'm going to step over his shoulder, and I'm just going to turn everything to the outside. Now, notice we end up in a pretty good position where we can control that arm. This leads right to the armbar, right here, especially if they land on their side. If they were to land on their back, I would still maintain my mount. Okay? Let's look at that one more time. It's called the wrist sweep. Because I'm pushing down on that wrist and using it to help me turn. So, once again, cross grip, come over the top, hug the back, turn and rotate so that we're along the side. Now, we need to bring this back in order to get up. Our head needs to be higher than their head. I push myself up and I turn. Make sure that my foot has not come through to hook their leg. It stays on the outside. I push on the wrist, and now I want to turn everything out to the side as I bring my leg up. It allows me to rotate through, and we get our sweep. So, with this one here, it really helps. We have to open up our hip like this. Okay, this is the motion. This was across his body. Okay, and I rotate everything out. That's the motion. You pull with your leg, it sweeps them over. Now, we want to look at a variation of that there, because they're not always going to be elbows down. So, we got to have a solution for that. So, once we're there, we get into this side scissor position. I come up, all right? Now, here's the dilemma. His elbow is up right now. Can you turn with me? Thank you. Right about here. Good. Elbow is up, so I can't pin the wrist now. It's impossible. So, what I'm going to be looking to do is sweep at this elbow, and I want to pull it across as I turn. Same exact motion with this. Keep a hold of that arm. It can allow you to attack that one. Okay? So now this would be the elbow sweep, because we're pulling the elbow across. So, once again, I follow through my process. Make sure I'm getting along the side, come up, work my way around. Now, I can't pin the wrist. I'm extending my arm too far. I can't push very well here. So I want to come right from the side with an open hand, almost like a bear paw, and I want to pull that elbow to me. As I'm stepping over the shoulder, it allows me to sweep them into the mount. Okay? So, elbow sweep. Again, with that motion, it's so important that we open up our hip as we turn. That's what's going to take them over. Pulling the arm away alone is not going to do the job. We need to move their hips as well. Okay? So think, those two sweeps go together. If I can't do one, I look for the other. Okay? Now, here's the thing though. That arm's not always going to be accessible to us, unfortunately. So let's switch spots here. And now, let's look at a submission or more of a, an attack. Attack. When you think attacks, you think chokes and joint locks and things like that. But realistically, sweeps are attacks. Don't forget that. But now we'll look at some submissions when we can't access that arm. So my goal is the same. I want to get to that position above them. That's the main goal. So I have to break those grips first. Have good, strong pressure as I get into the side. Now, I come up, and now once I'm here, here's the thing. If his hand is out, actually bring your arm in, sir. Okay, elbow down as well. So you're kind of hiding everything. Like hide this so I can't get it. Yes. So now, yeah, it's really hard to grab now. Okay, it's not accessible. I can't grab the elbow or the wrist. So now, from here, we're looking to attack the other arm. Okay, and I'm going to be using the same hand to initiate that attack. Alrighty. We're going to split off and we're going to turn the other way. Okay, yep, that'll work there. So can you go down? We'll just skip a few steps, just to buy us a little extra time. Here we go. So, right here, it's just not working for me. So, I'm going to be looking to take this arm and I'm looking to scoop underneath his arm that's nearest to me. Now, as I do this, I want to bring my head down. And I want to turn my body so that we're perpendicular right here. So I post with my own head. This helps me stay on top of him. Now, I'm going to take this leg and it's going to wrap in front of his head. And I want to pull back with my heel and I want to turn my knee that's underneath his chin towards him here. So I want to get a turn with my knee and I want to point it right towards his legs. Now, I'm going to go down to my shoulder and I'm looking to grab his leg. And I want to pull it towards me. As I pull it towards me, I look to turn. And now, I'm upright in this armbar position, ready to finish. It looks fancy. It looks kind of crazy. However, when you use the technique in your body, you get control of their leg, you can easily flip them over, okay? So let's look at that again. We'll move this way a little bit. So this is a rolling armbar from the side scissor. So I'm coming across, I get my grip, bring it, get it. Now, I look to turn, I'm coming up. Now, from here, I can't access the wrist or the elbow. So I want to turn my body and bring my head to the ground. I'm fishing through, hooking. Now I slide over the face, pull my heel back and bring my knee in towards them. Now from here, I want to grab his pants. I want this leg real close to me. I can hook around it. I bring my butt to the ground. I come over top. And now we are here. Rolling armbar. Okay, that's a good one to go for. You can also finish it when you're face down. It's a little more difficult, but it's certainly possible. As long as we understand the mechanics of the armbar, you can make it happen. Now, next thing we want to look at is something else. When they open up that arm that we are originally looking for, it's when they open it up and we have a lot of space in there. So, go to the same spot here, side scissor. So, coming through, I get everything, get myself upright. Now, from here, we're looking at this arm right here. So, I would look for the wrist, okay, I would look for the elbow, but sometimes they post it out that way, all right, so I can't access anything. I can't do anything with this right now to control him. So this does leave an opening, it's this space. We're going to be taking our free leg here, and we want to hook it through behind, like this. Now, I'm going to come forward and bring my head to the mat, and now I want to turn, just like this here. Now, we're going to be shifting ourselves to the side, and now we have ourselves in a rear triangle position, okay, just like this. So it's almost like the armbar, okay, except our legs are triangle and this arm is certainly exposed. You can easily armbar it, okay? Let's look at that again. So our leg is going to sweep over and hook underneath their arm, all right? That's the goal. We're doing the same rolling motion as we did before. So I'm going through everything here, bring it across, come up. Now, once I'm here, I can't access that. So I'm going to be looking to bring my leg over top, and I want to hook it, just like this. Now, once we're here, we're looking to come down and start the rolling action. Now, once I'm here, I rotate and turn. I come around, rear triangle, also armbar is there. Rear triangle is one of the most dominant submission controls that there is. If you look across the board, the most successful athletes and competitors, they're all using this, okay? So that should tell you something. You should try it out too, okay? So, what did we have here? We had a position where our head was higher than theirs. This is going to allow me to do all of these techniques or get close to their back. But if our head is not higher than theirs, I cannot get around and get any type of control like that. So the biggest thing that we want to take away from this is getting up off of the ground. So this part right here, after I draw the arm across the body, I need to make sure that I'm locked on tight, and also I pull my elbow back and I put it underneath me. Now once I'm here, I want to straighten my arm so that I come up. This is going to help us keep our head above theirs, and once we make the switch here, okay, all of these things are available. This is where we want to be, all right, above them. Okay, so side scissor position, head is higher than theirs. Good luck. Now we want to look at where our head is below theirs. So the last positioning we were talking about is when we actually get above them. Now we want to look at when we can't get there, because as we know in grappling and jiu-jitsu, sometimes you work hard for something, but they do things to stop it, okay? Whether it's they're using good technique to stop you, or they're just stronger than you, or they're bigger than you. All of these things are a factor when you deal with techniques. The important thing is that we have different options in how to deal with it, okay? If there's no way to get above them, then we have to stay below and use what we have. So, this time, from the same thing. Same position, same goal. We got to get the arm across the body. That's the most important part of the side scissor. Arm across the body, and also pull with your legs and your knees, and we want to bring them down underneath us, or I mean on top of us. So I'm grabbing across, doing my standard break, and now we're here. So reasons for why I couldn't get my head above, okay? There's a couple, all right? Maybe they're just pushing into us with strong pressure, all right? And I can't get my head above, okay? That's totally possible. Maybe he took his other hand and he controls this, so now I can't bring my elbow behind me. Possible. So that's not good. But we're going to stay on that cup, all right, so that they don't grab our hand or our arm, anything like that. So now from here, what we're looking to do, this is the traditional flower sweep. So we're going to step our foot off right next to them. Okay, so we're opening up our guard, and I want to step right next to him. I'm going to be taking this leg, and I want to swing it inwards towards him, and I want to bring my foot over here. Okay, not right to the side. I want it to come all the way up here in an arc. So I take a straight leg, right, and I push with it, and it allows me to get above into the mount. It's the normal flower sweep. This one works well when we have their weight going this way a little bit. And here's the great thing about the cross arm position is that they don't have a post over here. So the reason I take my foot off is so they don't step up with their own foot. Because if I'm right here and I go to sweep him, right, or turn him to the side of his foot or his knee comes out, it's not going to happen. It's totally impossible. So I need to stop it. So I put my foot right next to his. I'm going to take my leg and swing it real strong, and I come up just like this. Regular flower sweep. That's one to start with. Now I will let you know, after you do it several times to, your training partner, they'll catch on and they'll start to get a little bit stronger, okay? So that's where this next one comes in hand. The pendulum sweep, okay? This is probably my most favorite sweep because we get underneath them and it allows us to easily take them over with minimal effort and strength. But we have to get in a good body position in order to do it. It works similar to the flower. We'll scoot back a little bit too. Okay, just make sure we're all set. There we go. So, I have to break my grips, come across right here. So, I can't get my head above his, and that's okay. All right, we have options. So, with the pendulum sweep, I want to let go of my cross grip and I'm going to bring it underneath his leg. Okay, so I want to scoop, palm up, underneath his leg. Alright, so I get a grip. Now, once I'm here, I need to start adjusting my body. I want to end up perpendicular to him. Okay, so we form a T. So what I need to do here is open my feet, and now I want to start moving this leg here. Alright? I need to keep circling it so that I get just like this here, okay? So I slide myself up, all right? I use this to create momentum to help me turn my hips. Now once I'm here, my feet are facing away. I want to push my feet that way, okay? And here's the thing. My legs need to kind of scissor or switch when I do this. I want to bring this one across, down by his leg, and this one pushes away from us. So I'm right here, I want to push and come up, and now I'm here in the mount. Once again, pendulum sweep. It's a very, very strong, powerful sweep. Let's turn this way so we can see the hooking of the leg there. So, we follow our same steps, break the grip, grab it across, we're in the side scissor, all right? I can't get up because they're centered with me or putting weight into me. That's okay. I let go and I reach in right on this leg. Okay, I grab it deep. I want to get my hand all the way through there. Now I start the act of moving this top leg, all right, and helping me turn. Now once I'm here, I want to push with this right leg, lift up his leg, sweep my bottom leg across, and now I'm here in the mount. The pendulum sweep. So the movement, or the leg motion looks like this. Looks like this here. I push and I slide the other one through, just like that. We don't want to end up with them on top of our leg. That would not be the best situation. So, pendulum sweep from the bottom when our head is below theirs. Now, we want to look at another issue when our head is below theirs, and that's when they get their knees up, okay? When they get their knees up, it's going to mess with those sweeps that we just learned. They're not going to work the best, okay? And they might not work at all. So we have to take a look at their body positioning and adjust to that. So this time, again, we get to the side scissor. Break the grip, bring it across, come around, just like this here, okay? So those other sweeps would work well because I have access to their legs. I can either pose to the side or I can grip underneath and hook it. But now, if he lifts his knees off the ground, okay, he's up on his toes, this is a problem, okay? I can't access those legs anymore, all right? So go ahead, go to there, all right? You're fine. I can deal with the pressure. Now, this time, we're looking to do this. We want to undo our legs, and we want to pummel one inside, okay? So we get a hook, a butterfly hook. And what we're looking to do is use that hook, and we want to start bringing their leg out, okay? I want to bring their leg out. That's my goal. Now, from here, I'm going to take that same leg, and I'm going to bring it across to the other side. So I'm kind of like in a half guard position. So I started with one hook, go on both toes. There you go, you're fine. Now I bring this across, and I want to bring my foot to the mat. Once my foot is to the mat, I step on my toes, and all I'm going to do is just turn to the side, and now I end up above, probably in a half guard situation, okay? So this is called the knee lever sweep. We'll look at it from this way, so you can see where I get his leg. So I do my same steps, so I come across, side scissor, I'm below him. So he postures up, his knees are off the ground. Okay, so now I can't hook any of them with my hands. I'm going to swim my foot inside, all right, and start moving him that way, all right? Now, once that happens, this leg comes right across to the knee, and I staple it to the ground. My other foot comes on top of my toes, and I just bridge and turn, and now I'm above knee lever sweep, okay? You can actually do this sweep from a normal half guard position. So it works in both. As you see, we put them in half guard. So there's more to this than meets the eye. We're not in closed guard the entire time. As you look at this whole series of the side scissor, it puts us in different spots. It puts us on their back, all right, where they're turtle. It puts us, in an open guard situation. Puts us in half guard. There's a lot of different areas that we can go to. Now the next one we want to start looking at is the hook sweep, okay, the sumigashi, the butterfly sweep. This is one of the most powerful sweeps that we can learn, and having the ability to hook inside their legs gives us great benefits when it comes to sweeping and elevating and lifting our training partner. So, this one here, we'll go this way, sir. Our goal, we're going to get that same hook that we just got, but now we're going to insert the other one as well. So we're going to have double hooks inside, okay? It's kind of a standard, I guess, butterfly position, if that helps you out. All right? So I follow my steps, I get my side scissor, I'm here. They pop up on their feet, both knees are off the mat. So I look to swim one in, okay? And I want to start moving him out to the side. I bring the other one in, and now I have two hooks. Now from here, I want to pull my knees to my chest, so I elevate, and I turn his hips out to the side. Okay, so that's using both hooks there, all right? You might want to use those when you're dealing with someone that's a little bit bigger than you, all right? Because it'll allow you to control both legs and lift their hips up in the air. That's the goal. So once again, follow my steps, come across, side scissors. They pop up, I look to swim one in. I start moving it to the side. The other one comes in, all right? I pull these towards me. All right, I want his head low, and I want his legs up in the air. Now, we can turn out to the side, and we have our good sweep. Hook sweep with both legs. Now, this time, let's just look at one hook, all right, and see if we can still do that. I think we can, hopefully. So, same process, same goal. We want to get to that same positioning. So I'm here, coming around. They pop up. There's pressure on me. Now, I pummel one leg in. I start moving it out to the side. Now from here, okay? Here's the thing. If I push him with this leg, he can hop on that foot out to the side to stop him from falling. I'm going to take my foot, place it in front to stop it, and we get our sweep. So all we're doing is straightening our leg and taking the bottom of our foot. We want to get it to near their foot or the side of their calf. And I'm just doing this here. Very similar to the pendulum sweep, same exact motion. So a lot of these things are going together. You know, we'll have no problem getting these down. So this is the one-legged hook sweep, all right? So I come across, get my positioning, here I am. I pump one side, I start pushing him that way, he hops, I stop him, and then I follow through with my good hook sweep. Okay, just like that. So think, you know, we're using their momentum to help us. We want them to hop out so we can stop that foot with ours. That's the goal. So, what did we have here so far? All right. Our head was in a position where we couldn't get above theirs. That means we couldn't get around to their back and incorporate our sweeps and submissions from there. So, we had to change gears, keep our side scissor, but now we work on sweeping them based on where they are positioned. That is the key right there. You want to see where your partner is positioned. That's going to give you the chance to attack. All right, we can't always force ourselves into every technique. All right, you know, some things just can't be done from certain spots, so it's important that we have different options based on what they're doing. And typically in the closed guard, all right, there's not a large variety of things that they're really going to do. So let's use that to our advantage and work on those sweeps. Good luck.